Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to this creepy face. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for a while. I don't have a better lighting setup, so that's how you see me. So yeah. Oh wait, something is up with my. Something is up with my stylus. It's not working properly. I thought I set up everything. I was happy for everything for a second. Yeah, there we go. Let's use it here. Exactly. Looks like we're about to summon some demons. I know. Okay, give me. I can try, but the cable is just not long enough. No, I will not manage to. I will not manage to. Okay, no, it's not reaching. I cannot. I can sadly not help out with my demonologic face. It is what it is. You look like a scientist for experimenting next to things. Yeah, I can't deny that. As long as there are space demons on my way. I look lit. Okay. All right. Hegedűs Tamás, welcome also to the stream. So this is a spaceship timber sort of stream. Also, it is going to be a slightly shorter stream. I am not on vacation, but I did manage to bring 3 screens with me. So I have a drawing screen, I have a laptop, and I have my iPad there. So I'm extremely technological, and I'm trying to. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. Okay. So it is going to be a slightly shorter screen because I need something to prop my screen up so it's vertical, because right now it's hurting my back a little bit. So we are trying to not kill Robert, but we were talking about spaceships, and just let me bring something over here to show you guys. So I found this indie game that I have not bought yet, but because I'm only allowed to buy a certain amount of things, but it's called Nebulous Fleet Command, and this is like amazing if you like spaceship kind of stuff. And I want to try and see if I can make something like this. This very much reminds me of what was it? The Expanse. So this reminds me very much of The Expanse. It's realistic, also mixed a little bit with Homeworld. So I want to try and do something like that. You see people even mod it, make it look a little bit like Homeworld ships, but I think these are like really cool. So we are going to go on trying to make it a little bit as realistic as possible, which means a lot of boxes and stuff, which also brings me back a little bit to our challenge. So I will leave this video up. Usually I hide, well, not hide, I just take the live streams out of my YouTube. I don't know what's it called, just because it clutters up things. And you have the nice 10-minute videos or 15 or 20-minute videos, and then you have a 1.5 or 2 hour live stream, and it just looks weird. But this one I will leave up until the challenge goes. And if people don't know, if people are joining this live stream and don't know about it, I announced a spaceship timber challenge, which means that until next week, Wednesday, everybody is going to design their own spaceships. And you can find, well, actually I didn't put all the information in the description, but the information is going to be in the description down below soon. But I want people to do a little bit of research, and what I like to do is spaceship. What is setup? I don't know if I'm doing the No. So what I'm trying to find here is spaceship areas. Deck layout. There we go. This is what we were looking for. So you can take, and in general, when you're doing something like this, you can take any information you want. We have a main hull, engineers, crew, propulsion. This is CIC. So I am going to just steal some of this. So let's see, we have a spaceship like this. Of course, nothing matters right now because we're just setting things up. We're gonna have a CIC, which I don't know what's. Wait, let me just do CIC. I'm sure it's gonna tell me. Sci-fi. I knew what this was for. Combat Information Center. There we go. So that's usually the main combat deck. Let's see if we have new people. What will be my inspiration for this challenge? Only thing I know about spaceship is that they fly. Gonna be something. Hey D-Stone, welcome. Hey Kim. Falling Frontiers look like a great. Yeah, I have Falling Frontiers in my Steam wishlist as well. I wish I brought more water. Okay, so we have CIC, we have crew quarters, we have reactor. In front of reactor, I'm gonna put engineering. Let's see if we're missing anything. Decks. So we have bridge, sort of that falls together with the CIC, that area. Mid decks, recreation. We don't need recreation. This is a fighting ship. So I had the crew quarters right here. Passenger, we don't need storage. Is always good to have storage. I imagine. Intake, processing, don't care. Engineering, did I put engineering? Yeah, I put it here. This is the reactor room. And I guess we would need, well, storage cargo is the same. We would need something for, let's add a life support, which could be doctor or anything. And then we would have ammunition. This has to have a better name, but I'm not finding it right now. So when I design spaceships, I usually like to think about where does everything go, or at least I have something like this, and I can say, okay, am I in the wrong? Oh wow, that's great. Everything fell asleep. Okay, so they park that there. And then I know that, okay, from now on I can start doing all sort of escape pods. I mean, sure. That's something, so there's a level of detail that you can go to, and usually I don't go that deep. Like if I would have to design a ship for a video game or a show, I would probably do that. But just for an hour of design, I would maybe skip that. But that is actually a good point to have those as well. So we're gonna put them in here. So I'm just gonna do something longitudinal here. And let me just go over here and grab one of these ships that I liked, because I know I had one here that I really liked. Skip this one. Is a better picture? No, that's a worse picture. Copy image. So let me just throw this over here. And this is quite a bigger ship, but we can use it as like a basis to go into a different direction. I do like this little thing down there, so I'm immediately going to incorporate that into my design. And I like that it's also a little bit going like that. but this is like a big ship. For the challenge, we are trying to do sort of like a hero ship, which is a smaller. Imagine the Millennium Falcon, like a cargo ship like that. Or if you played Mass Effect, well, the Mass Effect ships are a little bit big, but imagine also something in that direction. Like if you played Jedi Fallen Order, that was a bit too small, so I want something a little bit bigger than that. So let's go this way. Music is a little bit too chill for my taste. Let's add, let's see what else we have here. Still chill, but a bit better. That's a chunky ship, yeah, it is. Where do the I don't know. Where do they go, Rue? You tell me. You're the expert on anime girls. I've never seen anime girls on my type of spaceships. So what I also want to bring up, since this is what we're doing, I could also just do the Rocinante. And of course I mistyped its name. Too small. Come on, clear up. Sometimes, there we go. Copy image. We can put this one in here as well, as sort of inspiration. Let's have both of them together. All right. Actually, we can make this a little bit smaller now looking at it. So this is for me actually a lot of sculpting. You can let me actually approach this from a different thing. I'm gonna pause this ship now, and we're gonna do a couple of thumbnails because I know everybody loves doing thumbnails and they're usually useful. I think I have this one here. I'm just gonna make a new layer, and we're just gonna do gray. Already know that kind of ship I'm doing. Nice. Also, CIC was well made. Which one, Bogdan? Toilet would be useful. Yes, I can imagine that a toilet would be useful. Okay, so long. Make it a bit. I'm gonna keep my brush relatively the same size, and I'm gonna erase into it every now and then we're just gonna come back with things here and there. Okay, that's a good one. Let's see if we can do something that has a bit of a weirder shape. The thing is, I do not want to, like, you can go very weird and interesting if you're going to do something alien, because then of course rules don't apply. You can do all sorts of things, but you can also make your life a little bit harder or interesting, however you want to say it, if you then say, okay, what type of, like, if you design aliens, what type of aliens are there, what life conditions do they need, what sort of things do I need to pack into my spaceship for them. Let's add some rounded shapes as well. Even though I feel like I think that's why we see so many angular shapes or straight and boxy shapes in spaceship design. It's just, to me, it seems like there's more structural strength if you go just with straight lines, or straight things that you sort of mesh together. Sometimes you can, I like to just cut in randomly, and then based on that I see what sort of emerges out of it. Maybe something that I could use, maybe not. It is really a lot about exploration and seeing what works and what doesn't at this stage. Let's see. You forgot to put the stream announcement on Discord. Oh, did I? No, it was in the challenge. It was in the Discord challenge, my friend. Not in the announcements. You're right. You are right about that. Actually, this is interesting here. It's a bit fragile, but there are some interesting things to it. I do wanna stick with boxy. Just not repeat what we have already. I like this one as well. So anybody excited for Homeworld 3, by the way? I don't know if... I know that we have Dan, who is probably excited for Homeworld. But there were some new trailers for Homeworld, I think from Gamescom. So that should be quite interesting. There's a lot of good space stuff, by the way. Let's go, says Manuel. So I guess he's excited. Okay, I do one more because I do notice that they are a little bit samey. So maybe do one more. If I can't step away from the sameness, we just pick one that we like and go with that one. But once again, this is just my approach. You can go very... Usually I would go much more Star Wars with these, but right now I'm in this mood for this. As I said, this Nebulous Fleet Command game has me quite down for a more realistic sort of approach. It is a little bit like space trucking, Rue. Like, if you want space trucking, I have something for you also from the Homeworld universe. It's a game called Hard Space. Oh no, it's just called Shipbreakers actually, because they changed it. But you are basically like a shipbreaker, as the name says. You just take apart ships. That's your job. You have a ton of debt, and your whole reason for existing is to work for this big corporation and just take ship parts for them. I like this silhouette, although it talks about a slightly bigger ship than what I had in mind. 002 Priyanshu Goswami. I want to send you a question which I want you to try on form sensitivity when I can send. I mean, you can send it now, like in these live streams. Usually we take breaks and we try to answer people's questions. So feel free to send it if you have something. Okay, let us see. So this I like, but this is a big ship. I feel like that could be a destroyer or something. This is a candidate. This is a candidate. Let's try this one, because this was the first one and it's sleek and simple. This looks a bit weirder. Let's try this one. Let's make it bigger. Bring it up here. Let's choose a different brush. In the meantime, Bogdan, I'm a bit afraid of the stealth, the tricky map navigation. Oh, really? That was actually the fun part that I liked about it. It's like regular trucking, but in space. Imagine we have an interstellar civilization and you need to get goods from one corner to the other. Skywarp has an episode on space trucking. Yes, they do. Great to show the space trucker life. Okay, let's see. Oh, new layer. So now let's just fill out these shapes. It's so weird for me because with spaceships especially, I'm very much used to directly drawing in 3D, so the whole side view is a little bit weird for me. It has an image, how to send it? Oh, Discord? I guess just put it into Discord. And when I have the time, I'll look at it. Or you can also just DM me on Instagram. That also works. So let's say we could have, just want to make sure that we already prepare space for the directional thrusters. Shipbreaker is a great game. I agree with that. I think I have around 30 something hours in there. Actually, I had 30 something hours as a what was it, early access game, and I never buy early access games. But that one just, you know, I think I'm getting to this age where I just like dead games. I'm no dad, but I'm just getting older, and I guess I enjoy dead games more and more. It is what it is, right? See, I don't like it. No, I am going to go with the one that I like after all. This one. It's just there's something nicer about that. Let me leave this one out. It's fine. That is what I'm saying. Like, you have to be okay with killing your babies. Don't fall in love with what you're drawing on the first go. You can always come up with something better eventually. And you know what? I'm also going to turn it a little bit into a pseudo 3/4 view, just because my brain works better like that. There we go. Noob KX definitely got the mad scientist voice right now with how the lighting is and where the webcam is. Okay, that's cringe. Sorry. Nico Corti, hey man, it's been ages since I saw you in the live stream. How are you doing, my friend? Nico Corti. Okay, so I'm just gonna steal these thrusters. I like them. I like having big thrusters in the front right there. And then we are going to have directional thrusters up there. And that can stay. I want something a bit more military there. Ruined your students. Take care of them. Take care of them. Anthony Scott, I am the same. Definitely getting slower paced games these days. Oh yeah, I sort of gave up on multiplayer games. I do not have the Twitch. I mean, I remember the good old days. Well, these are still good old days. But when I was playing Call of Duty 1 online, and I was actually approached by some guys asking if I want to join their clan. I mean, whew, I felt good about myself. And now, every now and then, like it's been half a year to a year since I played Battlefield 4 last time, but I'm just I'm slowing down. It's just more spawn in, die, die. Okay, finally shot somebody, die. Yeah. There we go. So we're gonna have, I'm not sure if it works like that, but we'll see. So I want some sort of engineering department could be down here. I don't want it to be purely a warship. It should be sort of like a recon ship that has been refitted, maybe. Something like that. I always into slower games. Killing babies, what have I walked? I know what you walked into. Nico Court is surviving uni at the moment. Good luck. It just started up again, no? So it is the easy part right now. It's a brand new semester. You don't have all the craziness just going on. Sent you in Insta. Do check that if you got time. Will do. Have you played Horizon Forbidden West? No. I finished Horizon Zero Dawn. I liked the story quite a bit, but I did not play the new one yet. I started playing it, so that's PlayStation games, right? And I have a PlayStation 4. I started playing The Order 1886, something like that, before I left. I remember I watched the whole playthrough for that game, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. And it's fun playing it. It's actually a great shame that that game sort of failed, because I think the world they created there was really nice. But going back to Horizon, I don't really buy that many games on the PlayStation, so I make sure to either buy them when they're extremely discounted, or when they're extremely discounted. That's one of the main ways I buy PlayStation games. Let's add there. So we have boosters there, we have boosters there. Let's just in the same location. Let's add them there as well. So these are all directional boosters. And I feel like this seems to be a nice spot for, let's say, some sort of cargo doors. Anybody remember Virtual Cop 2? Sadly, I do not know that one. Age of Wonders Planetfall. I have it. I bought it and I have not played it yet. I bought it. Oh no, Planetfall, that's the sci-fi one, right? No. I do not have the sci-fi one. Sorry about that. I don't want to talk nonsense. How is that? That's like a sort of a 4X game, right? I imagine. Age of Wonders was sort of like the competitor for Age of Heroes of Might and Magic, right? Back in the old days, at least, I remember those two both being like turn-based strategy games, and they went a little bit in the 4X direction. I bought a Series X. PlayStation 5 was too expensive. Yeah, I don't know. Nico, you're either Italian based on the name. I don't remember where you're from, but you could be American. Just because most Europeans go for PlayStations. I don't know why the PlayStation is more popular over here, but it is like that. At least, maybe just also because I've worked for Guerrilla, and everybody is a PlayStation person there, so I don't really know or have friends that are not on that bandwagon. Morning, Selamat Malam, right? That's the right way of saying good morning. Is it already morning there? That's crazy. I thoroughly loved it. You have every sci-fi trope in there, and are really well defined. I will take a look at them. I mean, at one point they will come on sale. If nothing else, I think they will be out for PC as well. I'll just get it there. I'm Argentinian. And Xbox is not really known. No one has Xbox, but this one was really cheap. Okay, that is always. I always say that is one of the best reasons to buy stuff. It is very cheap. Okay, I think I'm gonna switch this up a little bit because I like having two-cylinder sort of big tanks here. We don't know what yet. All right. Not a fan of that. Yeah, some sort of. I want some sort of ironworks around it here. That will work. Same here in Costa Rica, people always go for PlayStation. People don't talk about Xbox. Oh, that is weird though. Like I would expect there's quite more market penetration for Xbox as well. Let's erase the poll. Oh, there we go. So we sort of have an outline for our ship. I'm just going to... And now that we have our ship, we can slowly adjust things. We can come up with a story for it. Also, I can... Well, I'll leave that there for a second. Let's take this one away and add a bit of more detailing. Like a bridge could be there. You don't really... What I also like about modern sci-fi stuff, that this is like a something from old battleships, that we have those there, but there's no reason for that to be there. If we look at a lot of sci-fi stuff, it's basically just have your box and people are in there, and they have like screens and monitors all around them, and those give them all the informations, right? You don't need windows. Windows are absolutely useless in space. But these are just design tropes that stick with sci-fi, I guess. I think I want to add some. If we do this, so let me see if I find something. Maybe forgot to add that part. So I really love all these. Is it high res? Relatively. So let's just paste it in. See, so all these V3, all those things, I want to steal them, make my own. Like, even though in space we technically work differently, I think it's just one of those things, right? It doesn't necessarily make sense, but it's good to have there because it just reminds us of something cool that exists in reality. And because in space we don't really have direction, it's also cool to put something like this on the bottom. So you can do some sort of dish satellite thing on the bottom as well. Because it's never gonna land anywhere, right? It's just floating around in space. Okay, so now what we can do a little bit is, well, I'm gonna draw, before I draw a 3/4 view, let's see. So as we said before, so if we have CIC there together with a main DEX, then I would say engineering. Let's just do it like this. I'll just partition it like this to make it easier. So this will be a reactor. I'm not going to place it exactly. Engineering. Okay. Then here we would have cargo. And let's say it's some sort of scientific reconnaissance ship. So we have labs, let's call them. And in the center we have crew. On top we have CIC because it also has to defend itself. And then here in the front we have cargo, and we also have weapons. And then what I see now that we're missing, especially if we look at this one as well, is some sort of, so I'm gonna add a platform here, and then this will be the boosters. I'm gonna have boosters up there, and I've been told that it's good to put the boosters perpendicular to our main axis because that's better for rotation. For some reason I have rocket engineers following me on Instagram, and that's really good because they give me a lot of good advice. So yeah. Okay, let's try and do a 3/4 view now. Let's see. Let me actually move my neck a little bit. I'm looking down too much. Oh. Let's see if there's some water left. Only a couple of drops. Not brilliant, no. All right. So I think like this is there, and then this should come a little bit like this. So it's not just a straight line, it's more like a wedge. Something like that. And then we have the bridge here. And the bridge is connected by those 4 things. Just like that. This goes like that. Then this goes even wider. Here and there. Let's see, something like that, right? Was there. This goes back in. This was going like that. So this, once again, this is a lot of sculpting almost. Like you have to have this raw 3D thing in your head. I'm looking at it. I'm not quite sure I have the perspective right, but can always fix it a little bit later on. There we go. Actually, this is pretty cool. If we look at this, you have these 2 things. I will shamelessly steal those as well. And add them into my little ship there. Ooh. I ordered a stand, I think I told you guys, but I hope it will arrive by... Oh, music is gone. It should arrive by Thursday. Oh no, I muted it. I did do something. There we go, I did do something. I keep on pressing something and it goes away. Alright. So let's see how this goes. Somewhere there. This is more, so when you have a big ship like this, you wanna draw it. So this is just for me, for exploration. Like if I wanted to showcase it, I would draw it from a bottom view, which let's see how much time we have and how much energy yours truly will still have in him. And then we might attempt that as well. Because you want to have like a look up on your ship. It gives a bit more of a scale what you're working with. This comes here, if I read this correctly. You'll be staying for some time with your dad then if you order the stand. No, well, so my dad is getting older and I see me coming home more often to help out. And I bring home with me, I bring work home with me because yeah, I can't just stop working. And to make it more comfortable, but it's like a really cheap stand. Don't think, it was like what was it? 5-10 euro iPad stand, something just to keep my screen a little bit more tilted, because right now I'm looking down like if it was a piece of paper, and my neck just does not like that at all. But yeah, right now I will be staying until next Thursday. And actually, just as I get back, I have one day at teaching at the TU, and after that I have to go to Poland. I have a job there. That's actually a pretty cool job, because I will be in a castle for a week together with all sorts of people, design people, just general people from all over the world, talking about experience design. And I will be trying to capture all of that with my drawings. So that will be very fun. That is my expectation. I've been there in 2019, and they've been on hiatus since Corona thing happened. But it should be very fun getting back into the whole flow of the things there. Also, that you want to take care of your dad even when you live so far away. I mean, yeah, it's also a little bit part of the culture. You know, they've been taking care of me when I was a kid, and sadly he's alone, and I can't really take him with me because he doesn't speak the language. I can't move back here because, yeah, my life is there. So if I can, while I can, if I have the possibility, I just want to be here and help. One, two, but these ellipses are horrible. Okay, I'm just gonna cheat a little bit. And these would be our directional boosters. And of course, you can add these things here that I already added there. I think that works for me. Okay, let's see if we can do another angle to make it look a little bit more like imposing, like a proper ship. Oh yeah, I forgot to add the whole... There we go. That's what I forgot to add there. Yoga Satyanda. Sorry to ask, every day you draw how many hours, Robert? Depends. Depends how I feel, depends how much work I have. There's no real number to it that I could give you. If I have a lot of work, then I draw 8, 10, 12 hours a day if I also want to draw for fun afterwards. And sometimes if I don't have work and I also don't feel like drawing, I just don't draw at all on that day. I just game, or I go out, I swim, I'm on vacation, I don't know. It's if you would average it out, I guess like 4 to 6 hours a day, something like that. You could average it to that. There we go. Okay, so let's see if I can do a more... So I would do something like this. So I'm just trying to find a nice little box where I can fit my thing in. Okay, we bring down the opacity of this one. And let's see how I can split this one up. So this would be It's a bit too high. Let's make it a bit less high, I guess, if I have to move it. No, actually I liked what I have there. I feel like I've moved it a bit. Okay, let's just prolong it. Let's just prolong it a little bit. Okay, and then we erase this, and that works a bit better. 4-6 hours is kind of the max you can do something with full attention. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything that's incriminatory for myself or anything like that, but I agree. I don't think that the 8-hour work thing is correct. Like, even if you're at work, you after a while you lose attention. Same thing at school. Nobody does 8 hours at school. It's just, you can't pay attention for that long. It's nonsense. I'm pretty similar. I do some professional pixel art work for games and engines. I either have something to work on and obsess on, or I don't. And when I don't, I take time to play games. That's the thing, see? I mean, I don't want to dunk on Americans because Americans and America are great and whatnot, but I just don't agree with their working culture. I want to live my life. I want to enjoy my life. And constant working is not going to give me that. Of course, I'm not going to constantly be gaming, but even as a freelancer, and as Noob KX said, they probably have the same experience, that if you have too much time off and nothing to do, and you just relax and relax, after a while you do want to work because you want to do something creative. You want to be a productive member of society. So anyways, I feel like people will want to work, but nobody should just live for work. And while I'm talking, this all doesn't work here. I want to make it a little bit narrower. But yeah, that's something that I learned in the Netherlands, and I really like the Dutch culture for that. Is that many of them were like, "Oh no, it's 5:30. Goodbye. I don't care if you call me about work. I'm done." And I sort of adopted that as more. Of course, I still have favorite clients, and I want to be nice with my clients, and I help them out if necessary. But I very rarely do overtime. I would say almost never do weekend time. I have some clients in different parts of the world where weekend is different, right? Weekend is not the same that I have. So then I usually jiggle my things around. It's fine. But yeah, I enjoy life, and I want to keep on enjoying life. Getting late for me. Bye bye, everyone. Bogdan, you're in the same time zone as I am, brother. Come on. Come on. Good night, man. Ange, I'm writing my design dissertation. Wish me the god of good sketches. Help me, guys. Wish you the god of good sketches, Ange. Come on, that sounds like a lot of fun. Writing your dissertation. That was some good times. Bit of stress, bunch of relief afterwards. Yeah, that's better. I feel that works better. Daniel Park, would you say computer tablet usage is an extension of your sketching skills or a skill in itself? That's a good question. Well, technically, I was drawing before I had the tablet, and then I sort of translated and adapted how I draw from traditional to digital. So I think, yeah, it's more of an extension. That's what I would say. My dad used to say to me, life is what happens when you're not working. There you go. There, that's perfect. That is exactly how I feel. And of course, work can be fun as well. So I'm not saying you have no right enjoying work, and there can be interesting things happening during work as well. But there's a lot of cool stuff happening outside of work as well. And you just it's also like if you're creative, if you work or if you draw for a living, it is good to have these off times where you like sort of build up your creative juices. You get new ideas from new types of experiences, new things that you see, new things that you learn, speak with new people. So it's all interconnected. Nico Corti, in Argentina, if you are under 30, it's common to work 12 hours. That's not acceptable, my friend. That is not because you're not working 12 hours. Like imagine all work is equal. Like if you work in a lumber mill or if you work in a mine, like if you would work 12 hours, that's insanity for your body. Most of these 12-hour work days are in the office and you have to be there and just sit around because your boss is there, and you also have to be there because you can't leave while the boss is still there, because that would make you look bad. But nobody is really productive at that time anymore, so not really my cup of tea. Did I press something? We run out of music. Make him gingerbread and get sketches. It was for Ans, I guess. Play, my friend. And next song. Alright. By the way, just so you know, guys, we are not going to clean these up. These are going to stay as sketchy as they are. What I might do is work them out a little bit later, or just straight take them into Gravity Sketch. That is something that might happen, because I really enjoyed building my other spaceship in Gravity Sketch, and I could do another one. Why not? Okay, this should be a little bit higher. I feel like it is a bit. Oh wow, how did I do that? I just pasted it in there, didn't I? I'm not sure about this ellipse here. Yes, definitely there was a step missing. I missed that step there. So let's move this away for a second. So this is the bottom part of our little ship. And once again, if you don't know yet, go to our Discord, go to the concept challenge part of it, and you will see that we have a new challenge. And oh, it is that good. And it is a spaceship related challenge, because there is a spaceship October going on right now. My fingers are going so fast that I don't even know what's happening. Yeah. Ah, that's better. See, it's kind of better. That's nice. We can do it. And then here we have that, and then from there we also have this sort of steel structure that will have our thing in there. I have to say, good music selection for today's stream. Well, I'm glad you like it. A little bit of R&B, soul. We all need a little bit of that every now and then, right? Now I can sort of merge this down, and I can take away this thing around it. There we go. And bring this up to full opacity. I'm starting to feel that I messed up these. Should have been a bit more like that. And this challenge section of Livestream was sponsored. Let's see. Plums. It was sponsored by plums. Funnily enough, plums are very common here, but they are still one of my favorite fruits. They are just yummy. And Manuel is feeling the vibe. That's good to hear. By the way, I am not guaranteeing this, but there might be some more live streams. Since somebody's sleeping. there's not many people that I'm bothering. I don't speak loud. My dad is sleeping probably deep by now. He can't hear anything. So we might do 1 or 2 live streams. The thing is that because of the time zone, it is a bit later here than in the Netherlands. So I'm getting sleepier faster. But you can still squeeze in some things. Okay, I like this. I think that's a pretty okay looking ship. Let's say we're about 1 hour in. I would say if you guys want to have some fun or have questions, we can knock a couple of things out, because I just feel that my energy is drifting a little bit, and I will probably close the stream soon. So if you have any questions that you want answers to, or if you want to do something fun, this would be the right moment for that. Let me make this a bit smaller. We don't need a text later. Kenneth O'Brien, what would be crewman capacity of this ship here? Okay, that's a good one. I mean, I'm just looking at size. I'm gonna say this is a little person. This is 1 person. I would say 4 people for the reactor. I would add 6 engineers. Then I would add 6 people in the CIC or bridge, And because it's a big one, we have scientists. That's at 12 scientists, and I would add 20 crew, and these like cooks and all sort of others. So that is 80, 38, 42, 48. Let's say 60. Let's round it up to 60. 60 crew. Although that still sounds a little bit low, but so if you look at the challenge that I set, I wanted more like a hero ship, which this turned a bit too big as well. I feel like it's a bit bigger than the hero ship that I wanted. Manuel says, "Go rest, man. You already did your daily share for the art community." Well, I do feel like I still owe you guys for the for the last live stream that I totally forgot about. Actually, I don't think I ever explained that. I was playing with a girlfriend. We bought the new game from, I think, Mark Barlow or whatever his name is, the guy who did Her Story. And his latest game was Immortality, I think. Wasn't as good, but still it was interesting hunting through. So these games are sort of, you look at a lot of videotapes and you try to piece together a story, and it's quite fun if you do it with someone. So that's why I missed the stream from the week before. Nico Corti, go take a nap. I enjoy the company. I love your streams. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Those are kind words. Draw a Doge. No Doge. I don't want a Doge. Man, payroll on that ship is going to be monstrous. Who's going to invest, and for what kind of return? Don't you start with me, Kim. Don't you start with me. Okay, yeah. I think I will call it. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining. This was really fun. I hope you had fun as well. It's our little spaceship that we designed. And yeah, there will be some sort of Monday video, and next we might have another Thursday stream. So I'll see you around. I'll see you around. Everybody take care, and yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.